guys. I hope this is working. Not positive. It's been a while. Looks good. There we go. Come on, a little more. It's not only weak, but also very small. Let's see if we find the core. Oh, that one. We're back. Man, it feels so good to be up in the air. Boy, it feels so good. Yeah. Well, this flight is dedicated to my friends Lee, Amin, Johan, and Steve. Working this lonely thermal, guys. And I have to go to PT, which I'm paying with my own money now. If I climb enough the top land, that would be great, because then I could go to PT in time. I'm really fighting against time here. It's a really nice smooth thermal, and it seems like it might get a little better. I'll jinx it here. Let's see what it wants to do. Core is small. We keep taking whatever it gives us, in the hope that we can go back towards launch. You can see launch right there by the M. It's the white stuff that you see. We are 7,000 feet, so 200 feet above launch theoretically. Could have blasted that. So theoretically, I can make it back to launch, but then I could probably have just one chance to top land. It's getting a little better here, 2.5 meters per second up. That's really nice. And somewhat unexpected. You can see perhaps a little bit of the mountains in the background. Hope so anyway. I don't know, I got the camera positioned in a weird way, so I'm hoping I can reposition everything at the end. Reframe. That's the core, you hear it leaking like that. We are at 7370, flying 300 feet. Core is right there. Speed up a little bit here. 7460. So climbing towards another 100 feet. And you can see at the horizon it's so hazy. That's called inversion. And usually thermals cannot penetrate inversion unless they're super strong, and that usually happens only in the spring. This time of year, the inversion doesn't break off either. So you take what you can get. Like it's below me. We're riding this nice thermal. I'm looking at the instrument here to see what the instrument thinks the thermal looks like in terms of shape and core. I am at 77. And we keep climbing a little bit here. It is naked thermal, perhaps reaching the end of its life, going upward. You can see now launch down way below me, 78. This is pretty much the top of the lift that I was expecting if I was going to be lucky enough to get anything. And it kind of feels like it might be the end of that thermal anyways. Let's see. As you reach the roof here, the ceiling we have, with that all black looking stuff at the horizon. Thermals just don't have any energy left to climb because the temperature tends to increase, or at least stay more uniform, constant, I should say, going upward. Normally you would expect the temperature to drop, but if that doesn't happen, going upward, that means you have stable conditions. That's what we have above the inversion. Now I'm going towards Buffalo Bill Museum. This is where Buffalo Bill is buried, guys. I don't know if you know about Buffalo Bill, but he was I wouldn't quite say a hero, but anyway, a historical figure of the Wild West. He traveled all over the world, also showing how the United States looked like in the past, in the 1800s, and he was trying to preserve that rural and gunslinger type of environment that you see in the movies. Anyway, he also fought in the Civil War, and he's buried right there. That's the museum that you see. Those buildings are the museum. It's buried in between those trees back there along the way. Well, conditions are very, very nice. It's 1 o'clock apparently. My time is correct with the clock. It's saying 2:09, but I think this is the old time here on my instruments. So before it was with. But I shouldn't push it too much, and I should try and top land and see if I can get to PT in time. So I'm gonna have to cut the flight short, but let's hope in a good landing. Wish me luck. It's been a while, and this is the toughest part of the flight, obviously. We're gonna try and see what we get. There, Mike is doing pretty well. Looking for another thermal out front, but he climbed. I definitely came down from 78 and 72 now, but he's the thermal. Take one more people and launch. same time. I got launched site now, and I should probably try and have a safe soft landing and back up, go to PT. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna go a little bit high. A little harder than I want it, honestly. Should stay more up front, perhaps. And yeah, that was not a good fit on the hook. Well, guys, hopefully you followed along. Short flight, but first flight with a top landing.